hair. Really, babe? Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, so.
Oh, honey, could you get somewhere? Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the attention. Thank you. Mommy thanks you. I appreciate it. Mm-hmm. You're a good boy. You're my good boy. Best boy ever. I love you. You make me feel better. Yeah, so. Mm. Yeah, boy. He's my baby boy. He's taking care of me while daddy's working so hard. So Thanksgiving is like, what's today? Is it tomorrow? Oh God. This is bullshit. Some of you guys have sent me friend requests, but for some reason my friend requests aren't coming in chronological order, so that's the only reason I know, even because I'll have an additional inbox message, but then when I go to them, I don't see one sent for that day, and it just increased that day. So I go back and look, and I don't see it. So I flip to the next page because I have pages of requests in my in my inbox. So I go to the next page and the next page and the next page. Eventually, I'll come across the latest one sent. So some of you guys, I just didn't see it because they're not coming in chronological order. So I have no way of knowing. But the rest of you, I just didn't accept on purpose. Because particularly you hip hop bitches, like rappers, fuck all of y'all. Because you clearly didn't even glance over my page to realize that a good match do not make. So, screw you. I don't mess with ignorant people. Get your life together. Come back. And then send me a request. And we'll be good. So, I don't ask for much in general, but I am particular. So, you know, if you running around grabbing your little baby nuts and thinking you Lil Wayne and Breezy and stuff, that's why I haven't had anything to say to you, because you don't exist in my whole entire world. So I certainly don't want you as a friend, realistically nor virtually. You just don't exist. And I don't really care about people screwing up their own lives. I guess I just get particular about the idea that you influence others to screw up their lives. So then I don't want anything to do with you. Well, I don't want anything to do with you anyway, but whatever. So I saw a few requests in there, and I go to the page, and I'm like, clearly this is spam. Like, what makes you think that people won't know it's spam? Like, the only people that are willing to embrace you are other people that are spamming other people that are just, I call them friend collectors. They just go and just, everybody's in. Everybody can come in. Everybody can come in. It ain't all good. It's all good. That phrase is not all good. It's not all good. But what is good is good. So I'm down with what's good. You know, I saw this thing on Twitter posted. It was a positive post, but you know, all the most BS ass people in the world want to post something constructive. But it was like, at some point, I hope that people will say, I won't sell out myself for money, fame, or whatever. Something like that, it said. And then it got retweeted by, you know, a few bloggers or news sources or whatever. And then I just waited because I'm looking at these people and I'm like, all I have to do is wait. Because 2 tweets later, they tweeting about, you know, Breezy's new $1.5 million apartment. Because his old neighbors complained him out of the last one, mind you. But we want to show everybody his new place. I don't care about Breezy. Breezy can eat a cheese puff. He can eat a cheese puff. Screw him. And I didn't watch the AMAs, but I know it's my understanding that Mary J. was the only person to really address Heavy D, the loss of Heavy D. That's not amazing, though. None of them other hoes, really. I mean, they living their life. That's cool. You know, but don't look at me when you say, oh, that was hot, wasn't that was fire? And I'm like, no, it wasn't. Because for me, it wasn't. For me, it wasn't. For other intelligent people, it wasn't. For people that stand for something, it wasn't hot. Mary J. Blige is hot. She used to be. I used to not like Mary J. Blige, and it wasn't even because she wasn't talented, because she has developed her talent. She did suck, just so you know. While everybody was dogging her about remaking everybody else's songs and stuff, which she was doing, but whatever. But in the process, she gave herself room to grow up, and she did. And she did. And what she's done that a lot of people don't do is she has left the gutter butts behind. Yo, people originally always loved her because they were like, she never forgot where she came from. And she didn't. But in the process of doing that, y'all think y'all supposed to keep promoting that bullshit. She stopped promoting that bullshit. And she was like, you know, that's not cool. That's what got me caught up in the situations that I was in repeatedly. That is not cool. And she has found a place in her life where she can say that, stand by it, and be consistent. So she has some consistency in her womanhood that most so-called celebrities, I call them celebrities because y'all call them celebrities. They ain't no celebrities to me. Oh, you know what I was just thinking about? I was like, won't it be hilarious? Actually, it won't be hilarious because I want to get hoes some thigh glue so they don't reproduce ever in life. But how funny would it be if, like, people like, let's go with 2 opposite people. Let's say Lil' Kim, Trina, and Nicki Minaj and people. How, like, awesome would it be if they had like, daughters, but by some miracle, their daughters grew up with some kind of intelligence, like they found some real woman to teach them how to be a lady when they were. I would like to be a fly on the wall the day that daughter, as she was maturing, said to her mom, like, but why did you have to be a whore, Mom? I can't imagine what it must be like to have a mom that you and everybody knows was a whore. They don't have to be sleeping with none of the people they showing their JJ to. You're a whore. And you gonna get mad at your daughter for telling the truth. Yeah, it's funny, like, whoever is always get mad at you for telling the truth. Like, you know, your kids destroying my property, and I'll be like, could you ask your kids to not destroy my property? Why? How do you tell my kids we're not gonna? Like, they destroyed it. Like, they just did. Why is this a debate? I just did the adult thing and asked you to ask them not to destroy it, because clearly, if I ask them not to, imagine how you gonna react to that. But then, as an adult, I ask you to parent your children, and you have to lash out instead. Really, really. Just like when I'm around hoes, and I'm pretty quiet. I'm really chatty on video because it's a video. I could just edit the part where I'm just talking. But when I get around like multiple hoes and they're talking and talking, and then they ask me what I think about something, like, I'm not a good candidate to inquire because we see things completely opposite. We have opposite perceptions of things. Like, I wouldn't even be with a guy to be in that type of guy to be in that type of situation. So I can't relate to you. I can't relate to any of the stories you're telling right now. Because I would not commune with hoes, male or female. It's not a big deal. I'm just executing my options as a grown-ass individual. And so I don't like you. Why do people get mad when you don't like them? What am I supposed to do? Act like I do like you? And then you find out later I said something. You're like, oh, you ain't talking behind my back. Nope. I told you I didn't like you. In fact, we've spoken too long right now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Most people just sorry. Phony. And petty and trifling. Selfish. Nasty. And even if it is all insecurity, and even if it did come from some poor parenting, at what point do you wipe your own ass? At what age are you an adult that takes responsibility for your own actions and choices? Oh, I hate the holidays. And I'm about to make yet another trip to the bathroom.